The United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Second shot here at the par 4 7th.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That will be a great look at birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, you've navigated so many leaderboards in your career. This is the way to do it, isn't it?
Oh, there's plenty of holes ahead too, Rich. Third place, a really good position to be playing from here on in.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
So they'll tap in. Whew, this is tough to watch.
I've already got my eyes covered.
And now to the 9th, and in case a player has forgotten somehow that he's at a U.S. Open, the 9th will remind him very quickly that this is the national championship. This is demanding.
It's on for a little extra.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Smoked that one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. Losing a bit of ground now in this tournament with the bogey, falls to 2 over. Picking him up live now at the 10th. Certainly a lot of golf left to play in this championship, but what does our featured golfer need to do to turn it around?
It's back to the basics, Rich. Find fairways, find greens, give yourself opportunities. There's plenty of birdies out there, but you've got to give yourself chances. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is a really good shot, landing close to the flagstick. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Par 4 11th is 379 yards as we continue the backside here at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Frank, what's the strategy off the tee here?
You're hitting something that goes about 240, 250 yards maximum, hopefully keeping it out of that right rough. And the reason why that right rough is certainly to be avoided is that big gaping bunker at the front of the screen. Green's perched up a little bit, so this is another one where if you can hit an iron or a utility club off the tee, you must find the fairway.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a couple of feet. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Get the pail and shovel, Frank, once again in the bunker.
Yeah, bunker, bunker, bunker is not golf, golf.
Third shot coming up now from the bunker. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
Safely on the dance floor.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
It's a nice little hole, Frank. 382 yards, par 4, fifth here at Oakmont.
You can't really hit a driver or a 3-wood down here. You're going to run out of fairway. Plus, there's no real advantage. Hole starts to shrink up here. Just got to play it as a two-shotter. But it's easy just to blaze away with an iron. If you can hit an iron at a U.S. Open off a par 4 tee, you better hit it in the fairway.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. 99 yards away. Frank, you've been there, down to the wire at several U.S. Opens. What's that pressure like?
It's so different from any other type of major championship because that's normally the toughest test. That's where the scores are the highest, i.e. relative to par. That's actually where par itself is a good score. I mean, you're bruised and battled by the end of the week. With the exception, really, remember when Rory McIlroy won at Congressional? That's the one time when a U.S. Open played soft. But Martin Keimer at Pinehurst on a firm, fast golf course, it's a different test. Tiger Woods at Pebble Beach. You just think of people struggling at the end of the week and really last man standing. That's what a U.S. Open means.
Par 3 sixth here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind the screen, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that second shot.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Clean this up with a tap. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. U.S. Open continuing here at the par 4 7th at Oakmont. It's 434 yards.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Well, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Good, solid par right there. The par 3 8th. This is where Angel Cabrera, Sunday at the U.S. Open in 2007, made a deuce, and it was set up to play at 300 yards on that final day. This is all you want, Frank, in a par 3.
Yeah, it was the first 300-yard par 3 ever in a U.S. Open.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splash runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much would it...
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. Well, this is how you build a good round, Frank. You just keep hitting greens.
Even par currently. Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
And now to the 9th, and in case a player has forgotten somehow that he's at a U.S. Open, the 9th will remind him very quickly that this is the national championship. This is demanding.
That's fine.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. This is a testing approach shot, isn't it, Frank, at the 9th?
It is, Rich. The green actually might look big, and the reason why it looks big is actually that's part of the practice putting green, which is on the back of that. And the reason why I know that is because I've actually had to putt in a championship while other people were warming up to go off later on. So big green it might look, it plays small, and it is anything other than flat.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the United States Open Championship.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Nicely in the fairway here, Frank, but this is steeply downhill to the green. This is a good-looking shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Settles in over the putt.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
Par 4 11th is 379 yards as we continue backside here at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Frank, what's the strategy off the tee here?
You're hitting something that goes about 240, 250 yards maximum, hopefully keeping it out of that right rough. And the reason why that right rough is certainly to be avoided is that big gaping bunker at the front of the screen. Green's perched up a little bit, so this is another one where if you can hit an iron or a utility club off the tee, you must find the fairway.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Just 5 feet left. Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game.
This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. And he makes it for a bogey here. Well, Frank, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont, it's a lot of golf hole at 667 yards.
It's the hardest par 5 I've ever seen or played that doesn't have water. It starts with that tee shot. The whole fairway slopes left to right. Just to get the ball on the fairway, you've got to draw the ball against the slope. The same problem exists with the second and the third shot.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. it's a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. On the green in regulation. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
From a long par 5 to a relatively short par 3. We're at the 13th at Oakmont, 183 yards. Frank?
Another hole because of the shape of this green that you're almost breaking down into 3 sections. That front little circle you can see, the bit in the middle or the bit at the back. You're trying to play to one of those 3 sections.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
This one measures out to 24 feet. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th.
It's no snack, though.
Hit it. Time to regroup. That's a double bogey. The reason Oakmont has hosted so many U.S. Opens, Frank, as you well know, is it has a really good blend of holes. And now we come to a short par 4 at 358 yards, the 14th.
You can see the predicament in front of you, bunkers left and right. But really the bonus here is if you can get the ball on the fairway with just something like a long on off the tee, this is one of your best scoring opportunities at Oakmont.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, get down. Look out.
It's over. The green. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well read. this is a good U.S. Open par 4 at 499 yards. The 15th is one of the better holes in the course, Frank.
It is. The shape of the tee shot you think would suit a cut, but because the fairway slopes quite severely to the right, really it needs a draw just to work its way against that slope and somehow keep it on the straight and narrow. Oh, I liked that.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Par yesterday, after birdie. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
So through 3 rounds, just outside the top 10, what kind of a chance do you give a player who is sitting outside the first 10?
Yeah, it's slim. I certainly would not say none, though, Rich. You know, we've countless times over the years seen someone post an early one in and watch the leaders crumble at the end. Good opportunity tomorrow. Put a good round on the board and then just sit back and wait. And then remember, there's also the chance of a playoff.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the 115th U.S. Open Championship. Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Well, it's obvious he is in complete command of his golf ball right now. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just a couple of feet. Well, a missed opportunity, no doubt.
Even par, currently.
So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Frank, it's only 379 yards, a par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you'd take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really look pleasing to the eye. It looks like it moves out to the left, but that's exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out of the right rough. And back in 1994, this is where the playoff finished with Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of line. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you play golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet?
It's still going. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
And setting up here in the rough. That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. All right, Frank, at the par 3 13th at 183 yards, what do you see here?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider, but the general slope of this green really makes you either hit to a specific section on the green or just try and keep the ball below the hole. It's always easy to putt uphill on fast greens. Oh, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's an awkward length.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. 14, pretty short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank?
Get the ball in play here, and certainly your best opportunity for birdie on the second 9 so far.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And he has it for birdie. Well, how about this hole, Frank? 499-yard, par 4 15th. All you want.
Oh, that's for sure. The church pews down the left. It's about 340 yards to get all the way past them, so that's not really an option. Bunkers down the right side, really, they tell you, you've got to somehow hit something in between both of those. And the reason why it's another fairway you want to hit is a long second shot. It's a little uphill to a green. Well, just like all the others, is going to take something special. This has exploded off the club face.
Frank, deep into a final round at a U.S. Open at Oakmont. This approach shot at 15, this is where you really need to be focused.
You do. The front third of the screen slopes back towards the front right of the green. Then everything in the middle starts to kick towards the right and then the back. So it's a case, like so many other greens here, of using the slopes in your favor. So pick the right club, try and adjust, and in the back of your mind, allow for the amount of roll that the ball's going to take when it hits the green.
See if you can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Frank, this is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. Par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole, and you have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider, though, in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Clean this up with a tap. Settles for par, but probably needs birdies. We are coming down to the wire here at the U.S. Open Championship at fabled Oakmont, and the tension's starting to build. And Frank, this is decision time at this very short 313-yard par 4.
Yeah, normally in a U.S. Open, Rich, you'd think the prudent play would be lay it up, but, you know, I kind of like driver here today. I think the worst you're going to do is just miss the green or hit it one of those pop bunkers. You perhaps could drive it on the green, be putting for either, but even out of one of those bunkers, you've got to think even money to get it up and down. I like driver here.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
He might want to bring his shovel. More sand.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. It has come down to this. The 18th hole at the U.S. Open Championship at one of the storied venues in the sport, Oakmont Country Club. And the 18th hole, Frank, well, you make par here and you win the U.S. Open, you've earned it.
We've seen some good tee shots today, Rich. This will be the toughest one.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, Frank, it comes down to this. One more good swing, one more difficult shot.
And one more correct decision as well here, Rich. Different levels on these greens. This ball is going to have to land on the correct level to get the right result.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Has this to save par. That is a solid par putt. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
Well, I think play just some great golf, and it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think as tested at this level, it was a treat.